Top left-hand side, our red Terran player is Cass. Let me actually momentarily just update the title of the stream. MaNa vs. Cass. Top left-hand side, our red Terran player from Cascade is Cass. MaNa. That was the worst intro I've probably ever done in my life. I don't know why I was even going for that. I was making random sounds into MaNa. MaNa is our blue Protoss player. Team Liquid to the bottom right-hand side. Game number 1 of this best of 3 TVP, PvT, whichever way around you fancy saying it. Here on Odyssey, actually, I feel as though we don't really see Odyssey much at all anymore. Isn't it funny? Odyssey used to be the map that made it into like the majority of best of 3s, pretty much every best of 5, and now we barely see it. And that really just shows you the state the map pool was in a map pool or two ago whenever Odyssey was here all the time. Crazy stuff to see it around. So little now in comparison. To be fair, this is probably the best map pool we've had in a long time. I feel as though we can really be appreciative of it because it has been a long time since we've had a good map pool where every map is pretty good, and even Battle on the Boardwalk. I feel as, of course it's crazy, of course it's a bit different, but it's different in a good way and encourages slightly different games, and it can get into fairly normal games as well. It's crazy. Anyways, we do see the CC building onto the natural expansion. We're going to see Probe coming in and nibbling away at one of those SCVs. Oh, so Cass here early just getting a little bit distracted by this worker of MaNa, which is just trying to harass and so on. Meanwhile, we will see this Reaper going to be popping out in just a moment or so, coming in, and we'll be on the hunt for that probe in the next few moments. It's special in this qualifier. No, this is the European qualifier, so special will be in the Latin American qualifier. Later tonight is the American qualifier. I believe it is North America qualifier later, not Latin America, right? So I think Latin America is completely separate for this set of things. Whoever did end up finding that probe and picking up the kill. As we are going to be seeing the Reaper comes in, the Stalker from MaNa just comes through, and we are going to be able to poke that Reaper away, so Reaper gets poked back in towards the center of the map. It's going to be a proxied starport here from Cass to get things a-rolling, so already throwing down that starport and definitely looking for some early pressure to try and take a bit of a quick lead. And MaNa actually going to go Robo before Twilight, so playing this out very safely himself, going Robo first, just allows him to make sure that, you know, he's not going to be kind of picked away at too early. I mean, I'm not even too sure why. Anyways, we're going to be seeing the Reaper continuing to pick its way through this probe, and is going to get a second kill. That's 2 workers being picked off already. Reaper now goes down, but there's a starport just for the medevac, actually. Going to be dropping those Hellions up in towards the main base. This is his way of trying to do some more damage here as we see the Twilight Council on the way up in the main base. Two gateways from MaNa just setting up at the front, really just begin to set up a kind of the wall of defense to deal with those Hellion run-bys, of course, all the time. As we do have the few Hellions of Cass coming all the way down south, and they're going to come here just as the medevac pops, so there we go. 4 Hellions going to drop in the main very quickly, and MaNa just has no idea. Oh my god. Oh, he sees it with the Observer now, so Stalker's going to start to pull back. But he doesn't actually respond just yet. MaNa is not doing anything, and now he starts to move, but obviously a little bit slow, as we're going to be seeing a whole bunch of probes already being picked away. That's 5, 6 workers killed. Going to get 7 now. I mean, these Hellions can still do more damage here. That's 9, and he will get a good chunk more. Actually, only 2. I thought it was going to be a bit more deadly, that final shot. Oh, he wants those workers. They're all lined up. He's going for it. Just 1 more kill, but so very nearly could have been a little bit more. 12 workers killed here as Cass will come in towards the upper left-hand side once again. Bunker is positioned at the front already from Cass. This siege tank is going to set up over in the main base. So, siege tank sieging, mules are dropping. And you see the blink as well from MaNa is about halfway done right now. So again, his next stage of this game underway already. Getting that going. War Prism will pop out and start to head up towards the upper left-hand side. I mean, with the War Prism and the Blink combined, definitely some potential for counter aggression, but honestly, Cass with a bunker at the front and in the main, very difficult for these Stalkers to do a lot. Usually you can hit a time where there isn't a lot of units out and the Stalkers are going to be very powerful following a Hellion-based attack, but in this scenario, really not going to be the case. I mean, there's just bunkers up to amplify the defense in both positions, and so Cass really, well, he's quite literally bunkering down to minimize any damage he could take, and the Stalkers move across the map. It just leaves this mineral line open for harassment from units such as this Liberator, and I mean, the last thing MaNa can afford right now is to, well, take more damage at home, be delayed mine time, etc. Warping his Stalkers to the side here is, again, it's just forcing warpings at home. It means there's less to deal with on this side of the map, and he gets a couple of worker kills as well anyways, plus the mine time lost, plus the Stalkers warped in at home. All adds up to a lot of bonuses in favor of Cass right here. A few more Stalkers from MaNa going to be moving around, and we're all going to be seeing the +1 attack upgrade from Cass coming through as well. Stimpack here in the main base is also coming through, and Stimpack will be finishing in just a few moments. And we will see these couple of pounds from MaNa going to be finishing up as well. A couple of warpins here. Where actually were those warpins? Not 100% sure just yet. And over here on the warp prism, that was probably one of the more obvious places I should have looked. I just thought the warp prism was maybe with the Stalkers. I'm a little bit slow right now, I'm not going to lie. Anyways, Stalkers do find their way into the main, but Stim is up, and honestly, the Stalkers need to get out ASAP. Loses one Stalker, oh, loses two because of the misblink. Meanwhile, another Stalker walks into the natural and gets blown up by siege tanks. These Adepts are going to be able to be held off quite easily. Only 2 workers lost. A little bit of lost mining time, though. MaNa making up for that Liberator a little bit earlier on. As again, a lot of Stalkers in the middle of the map here from MaNa. Moving around and just seeing what he can do. Forge on the way up as well as a couple more gates also dropping into play here. Just a couple more gates dropping into play. Stalkers to the left-hand side, and MaNa's still looking to try and be very aggressive. Glaives is continuing to come on up at the moment. Forge coming up as well, and continuing to set up into this. More Stalkers from MaNa coming on over too. And this Observer all the way in towards the top left-hand side. Just going to give MaNa the idea of, information, I guess, of if he wants to attack into a certain location or not. Being cast off with the early damage and then being able to hold off these continued attacks so well so far really has been putting himself in a great spot. Ahead on workers, and staying ahead on workers is great, and he's gone up into, well, not even 5 racks just yet. He's just on 3 racks. He hasn't taken the 3rd CC. MaNa will take the 3rd Nexus on the gold base. He's going to try and take this over here. Wait for him to maybe try and get back in the game just slightly. As we will see 4 Adepts loading up in towards this Warp Prism, and just going to be seeing another couple of Adepts will be popping out in a moment or two. He's really building up into this attack, but does he really want to commit? Maybe as Cass moves onto the map, that's his goal. I mean, he sees it with the Observer. Obviously, maybe the idea of forcing Cass to pull back into, well, maybe, either pull back or initiate a base trade. If he pulls back, then obviously he buys himself a lot of time, and he'll get damage done in the meanwhile. Let's see, the thing is, Cass is so far across the map now, I kind of find it hard to believe that Cass would realistically pull back at this stage. SCVs are just going to pull into fight as a couple of Marauders will come into play as well. This bunker is actually lasting quite a while. I say quite a while, it's actually still staying alive, oh my god. The Warp Prism nearly goes down in the missile turret. A Sentry goes down with a Guardian Shield on the end of this, and there just is not any units to really fight against this as this bio play continues to push forwards. The shield battery goes down, the warp gate goes down. These pylons will continue to drop, and it looks as though Cass is going to be picking up game number 1. I mean, MaNa's got nothing really. He's got these units over here. He doesn't even have a chance to. I mean, he's going to recall them now. Is it in time? Nope, the recall doesn't come through before the Nexus falls. And now these Adepts are really just on their own, and oh, the tanks are going to get a shot off before the Adepts go on top of the army, so there's not even friendly fire taking place. GG, Cass does close it out for game number 1. Game number 2 to the top left-hand side starts with our Red Terran player, who is up 1-0 already in the series from Cascade. It's our Red Terran player, Cass. He's up against the Blue Protoss from Team Liquid to the bottom right-hand side. It is MaNa. Alright then, game 2 of this best of 3, and we are going to be seeing where we go from here. Probe MaNa moving up in towards the middle of the map already, and will be looking to see what's up, see what's going on. Just an early scout, check to see if the Terran's doing anything funky, any sort of proxy play for the initial barracks. Moving up towards the upper left-hand side. Next comes down from MaNa back at home. We will probably be seeing a Nexus as well, CC from Cass momentarily. Really, again, similar to what we've seen before, but nothing too crazy. It's actually a very late gas from Cass. No rhyme intended, but it is very late gas from Cass. He just goes into a Marine and then I guess a Reactor. So no Reaper from him this time around. And actually not even a Reactor, a Tech Lab. So we're going to see the Marauder opening. We've seen this Marauder opening a few times, especially from some Korean players, TY, Gumiho. I honestly don't feel as though personally it works very well. I've never really seen it doing anything that was worth investing into the early Marauders and Concussive Shells. But I guess we will see in the next couple of moments. SCV in towards this main base mineral line, and we are going to see a Stalker chrono boosting out as we speak. So Stalker already on the way out, and just going to be seeing again the Nexus on the natural building up at the moment. So natural Nexus coming on through as well, and again the SCV from Cass is on its way back up towards the upper left hand side. Stargate on the way in from MaNa. Again, 2 more barracks just building on up here. So 2 more barracks come on in, we are going to be just seeing a complete bio setup. Now I guess one of the big things with the Marauders and Concussive Shells is you can catch an early unit if it pokes across the map, but so far, it's not happening so far. MaNa just going into the Stargate, a nice standard opening to lead in towards a macro game over the next few minutes. So Stargate coming up, we'll be finishing in a moment or so, and just going to be seeing Cass actually getting aggressive with his first 2 Marauders in the Marine, looking to see if he can catch a unit or so in the early stages. So Cass moving on forwards. I mean, honestly, if he gets over here and grabs a Stalker already, that'd be fab. I mean, the Oracle coming up could do quite a bit. I guess let's see. 2 Marauders and Marine getting caught right away, catching the Stalker right away. I mean, that's already a kill. It's honestly the first time I've ever seen this Marauder opening doing something successful. Honestly, like, not being BM to the open or anything, like, it is just really something I've never seen do this much damage. I mean, this is multiple workers going down. The Oracle will come in and we'll be able to clean it up, and even that's fantastic, forcing the Oracle to use Pulsar Beam on the Marauders. Hell yeah. Cass gets off to a fantastic start in this game, number 2 already. 6 workers killed. Forces the Oracle to use a bunch of energy already, kills the Stalker. I think you'll be very happy with that so far. I mean, it works so well on a map like Catalyst as well, when you can move across the map so quickly from base to base. Because of the shorter rush distance here, definitely amplifies the power of something like this couple Marauder opening. Oracle does not find any further damage just yet, and the new Oracle on its way out as well, going to be just joining together to make a bit of a tag team. Together they can take down those workers so much faster, but obviously 2 Oracles don't one-shot a worker anymore in a PvT matchup, so you do need the 3rd Oracle if you want to one-shot those, but probably just going to stick at 2. Some players have been going up to 3 Oracles in the PvT, but most really have been just sticking to 2. 2 Oracles do fly on in, and already 1 SCV, 2 SCVs going down. Nicely done here, MaNa getting a little bit of damage done. Very nicely done so far, as we're going to be seeing Marines coming out the front. Getting these 2 Oracles, trying to figure out just maybe what they can get up to in the next couple of moments. As we are going to see them coming back across towards the main base, and just going to be seeing no real damage to be dealt. Maybe they could have picked off this SCV up here, building the barracks, but... sorry, the starport. And that probably would have been the best catch for them in this sort of position. 2 Oracles get pushed away, and we are going to be seeing Marines pulling back in towards the natural. Pylon coming up top side, combat shields and +1 attack from Cass coming through as well here. Still 2 Oracles out in the center. We are just going to be seeing MaNa still sort of setting up and seeing where he can go with these. Just Revelations keeping track of the Terran army, especially when there's so much bio already on the map, just knowing where that is from an early stage is so awesome. Because it means you're not going to get caught off guard by it, you're not going to get dropped by it very easily. It's really nice things to catch. The medevacs would be a great thing to tag as well, but may want to wait for two of them to be together. They are a little bit disjointed from Cass. Small mistake from him there, as we do see Colossi so quickly out of mana this game. That Robo-Bay having come up here allows him to just go straight into this, and yeah, very fast Colossi. We've been seeing a lot more focus on kind of gateway kind of compositions, and pretty much just pure gateway compositions pretty much all of the time. So, yeah, kind of cool to see MaNa doing something a little bit different instead. As we do see the two Oracles coming across to the top side. And they will be able to pick off that SCV. So that SCV goes down pretty quickly. Big attack coming in though, as actually Cass stems in towards the third. He's going to get the sentries. He needs to get this other sentry as well. Get rid of the Guardian Shield. Now the Colossus comes into play though. He's going to stim once again. Immortal also goes down. Actually, Cass has already made some great progress here. Will work his way through the third Nexus now to the point where it will be cancelled. Well, MaNa keeps the Colossus alive, and I guess Cass will not pressure forwards too much further. So going to pull back once again, and we are just going to be seeing the two Oracles still to the top, keeping track of what else is going on. They actually forced to cancel on the CC on the third base. Going to be forcing that cancel by killing the worker, and obviously no anti-air units at home to push those back, so instead he just throws down the third on the natural instead. However, Cass does have no anti-air at home for a reason, because he's about to drop into the main base. It's going to be a drop. He's going to be dropping into the main here in a moment or two. Phoenix is maybe going to find this. Oh my god, he dodges around the Phoenix somehow. Okay, well now MaNa will pull back into position to deal with this. Widowmines are joined up in this fight as well, as we see Marines forcing the cancel on the third again. Cass playing very well so far. Revelation comes down to help clean up the Widowmines, but not before 6 workers already drop. And MaNa is just not having a great game once again here. Cass taking an early lead and pushing himself into huge advantages. More bio in the back mineral line here. As you're going to see that Colossus so very nearly going down. It's super low. Doesn't fall just yet. So you're going to be seeing the pile on the front here. Going to empower a couple of gates. Actually, just empowers one, but cancels 2 of those warpins. Again, Cass is running circles around MaNa so far and having a pretty great time. +1 armor going to be finishing up here from Cass as well. This armory starting up in the main base too. Another Colossus. I mean, that's the one big thing from MaNa. His Colossus count is getting to the scarier stage. He's kept his Colossi alive, if nothing else. But is it going to be enough to overwhelm Cass, who has an upgrade lead at the moment? I guess not for too long. +1 armor is going to finish, and +2 is much further along for MaNa than it is for Cass. But in general here, I mean, does MaNa just have the army to really just rely on Colossi? He's only on 2 bases still as well. I mean, Cass multiple times cancelling this over and over again. As you're going to be seeing, the third Nexus will drop in a moment. MaNa will pop that down. And there you have it. Third Nexus coming on into play as Cass through the south side with these few Widowmines in the medevac. Going to be coming along, and they're going to be unloading in towards the natural expansion as well in the next couple moments. Going to keep on looking to just do a little bit more here, as we're going to be seeing Widowmines dropping down. 1, 2, and 3 Widowmines drop into position, and even if it's just 1 worker apiece, I mean, he only gets 2 for 3 shots, but still, Forces lost mining time. It keeps MaNa behind. It keeps MaNa at home with units and just occupied in general, as we see 2 Zealots loading up. The Prism looking to get some damage done, but I mean, Cass is in this position where he has the Viking count coming up 4 at a time. He's going to be ready to just push forwards very soon. A turret picks off an Observer as well. He's just going to push forward soon, and when he pushes, MaNa really does not have a lot to stay in this game with at all. Like, really, at all. You're very interested to see how he's perhaps going to approach this here. As we do see the 2 Zealots still just in this prism. Again, a lot of Vikings continue to gather together. Now Ghost Academy, even Cass, just taking every single precaution he can. Now he starts to move out onto the map. He's behind an attack upgrade, but again, you have to question, is there ever just going to be enough for MaNa to fight this? I mean, these Vikings can just walk in and target down on the Colossi before he even fights with the bio, because there's an Stalker count to actually shut them down. Oh no! A Widowmine behind the mineral line. An Observer was here, and saw it. 9 workers as they transfer bases. Oh, what a moment there from Cass, as now, well, the Vikings will be able to lead the charge, and they're going to be able to start just, well, you can see what he's doing. He's just going to back away from the Colossus. There's no reason for him to fight until those are gone. And this is going to be a complete cleanup. Some zealots over here will do something, but compared to what's going on the pro side of things, it's really, really not enough. Marauders and Marines continue to work their way through all of these workers, and Cass is already up 100 supply. And again, those zealots can have the time of their life over here. It doesn't matter. Cass just has too much. An Immortal which has popped out goes down. A Stasis Ward is not going to trap anywhere near as much as it needs to. And this is Cass going to 2-0 MaNa to take his place in the top 16 of Europe here in this WCS Challenger season. He's going to get himself $400 and obviously a chance to play tomorrow in the group stages as well as a big opportunity for him. I don't think Cass really made it to any Challenger Leagues throughout 2017, so already having a great start to his year. Vikings even landed in the main as MaNa types out. Cass will take it 2-0.